honey badgers. Today is Dark Aesthetic Day, I guess. Yesterday I uploaded a Keeping the Faith video, I think. And so today is more the darker side of things, I guess. Not super dark. Doing like super dark creepy canvases is not typically my thing. I don't mind like a little dark. I don't mind like a little edgy. But as far as like more I guess horror themed or witchy themed or that kind of thing, most of the stuff I tend to pick out for myself is a little bit more on the lighthearted kind of tongue-in-cheek side of things. So if you come to my channel and you see, oh god, witchy or dark aesthetic or something like that, don't worry too much, because I tend not to do a lot of like the uber horror stuff over here. It's more like lighthearted, jokey kind of side of the spectrum. But I don't mind addressing it. I don't mind showing it, because that is also a part of my aesthetic. You know, I've mentioned in other videos, one of the aesthetics as far as decorating that I really like is that sort of like dark gothic look with, like, you know, dark roses, dark colors, crows, that kind of thing. I like that sort of feeling. So that does show up in some of the themes, diamond painting themes that I pick out every so often. So yeah, every so often you will see hauls where I show like the witchy stuff and the ghost stuff, because that is an interest of mine. But it doesn't mean that I'm dark and evil and twisted and all of those things, you know, just because I'm a redhead or whatever. I'm not here to ruin your home or your life or whatever. I'm just over here living my life. So I thought I would start, as per usual with a lot of these videos lately, there's a good chunk of this that came from Temu, but I thought I would start with a couple of things that came from a few other places. So this is what I mean with like my general what I veer towards when it comes to like spooky things. I don't do a lot of the gnomes, because I don't know, for me, like, I feel like the gnome canvases, at least for my personal taste, they can be a little overly cutesy just for what I like. But every so often I do come across some that I'm like, oh, that is sweet. So this one I thought was just funny, because I've seen this canvas in a few other places and I was a little bit hesitant to get it because with the text I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. But I just liked the saying thick thighs and spooky vibes, because, you know, with someone that has lymphedema, I just thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know how well the gnomes are going to come out, but I figured because there's not too much strong detail on their face, it's probably fine. And you can read the text easy enough, as far as I can tell. There isn't any like crazy shadowing. There's a little bit up in here, there's a little bit of color change, but this is one of those things where you could easily skip over all that and just do all the text straight in black, which is probably what I'll end up doing, just to make it that much easier to read. It's what I tend to do with text anyway, but especially on a smaller canvas, I don't want to go too crazy with shadowing around text if it's not absolutely necessary. Probably do the same thing with the little spider web over here. I don't know how well the spider web is going to come out, but once I get to that area, I may try to see if there's a way. I have some like dark gray crystal spares that I may use in there. This one, you know, for a 30 by 30, I don't think this comes with any specials or anything like that. It's just your general 30 by 30 colors, but I do have some spare gray crystals or ABs or something that I could probably make the spider web out of and pop that out a little bit more. So yeah, there's some things in here that I could do with specials to show some shadowing a little bit better, like over here with the candles. I have some red crystals or some red ABs I can put in there to, you know, make a little bit better of a border over there. Little stuff like that I can make the outlining a little bit stronger. But I was glad to see that the wording came out really nice for this size, and yeah, I'm kind of excited about this one. And yes, it's a holiday theme or Halloween theme, but you know, if people can do Christmas in July, why not do Halloween in July? Whatever. Do your thing. It does come in the sugar packet style bags, so all of you that are a little bit grumbly about that, just be aware. This one I found on Diamond Art Gift for $4.99. And for a 30 by 30, which as you can see by the drill size is closer to a 25 by 25. But for that size, there are 20 colors in here. And for the print field, it is a little bit on the messy side as far as being able to see the symbols and stuff. So you may want a light pad with this one, but it's nothing that you couldn't work through. It's like they're not blurred or anything. It's just the color combinations might be a little bit tricky to see. So there's that one. So yeah, I'll do this one next because I think those other two came from the same place. All right, so I got this one from, where did I get this one? This one came from, this one came from FG Normal, and this is what they were calling, they have a number of witches in a series, like a grouping on their website, and I think they call this their Dark Witch collection. I think when I filed it in my canvases, I just called it like Reading Witch or something. Again, comes in the sugar packet style, but I got this one because they did say that this one would come with partial ABs. So we shall see. This is a 40 by 40 canvas, but looking like a 35 by 35 drill field with 21 colors. I bought this a little while ago, and I've seen it in a few other places since. I bought it from FG Normal because I hadn't seen this particular canvas anywhere at that time. This was a few months back. And I really liked the look of it and thought that I could really do some nice AB work with it. And it was marked as a partial AB, so let me see. Because normally you don't get ABs in these sugar style packets, but we'll open it up and see here. Even if it doesn't come with ABs, that's not a huge deal breaker because I have enough that I can put my own in. But right off the bat, I'm not seeing it here. I'm seeing just like your standard 939s and a bunch of dark browns, some grays. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were talking about because I don't see any ABs in here. Yeah, there's no ABs in this packet. So, just so you know, if it is marked partial AB still, I can't remember on the website. I think it is still on the website, but I don't remember the wording on it. But if it is still marked partial AB, good chance it won't be. But that's not a huge deal for me because, like I said, I have plenty of ABs. I can throw it in, and I'll just customize it myself. But yeah, kind of a darker color palette, a lot of dark blues, a lot of dark browns, and then your yellows and neutrals to make the candlelight and stuff. But this is another one where I'll probably work kind of slow, and I might alter a little bit of the colors just to bring out shading a little bit better. Because there are a few areas in here that I'm thinking might run together a little bit, like over in the corner where the bottles and books and stuff are supposed to be. I'm a little bit worried that there might not be enough color variation over here for that to really pop out. So like the bottle here, the candles, those are areas where I figured I would probably throw a little bit of AB into. The star area back here, I could probably throw some crystals into to pop that out a little bit more. I might throw some of those dark purple or black ABs around her dress here, or maybe in the hat or something. Little things like that. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but just little things so that you can start to see the shapes a little bit better, because it does look a little bit faded in person and maybe on camera as well. So yeah, this one I've seen going around a few other places since then. I don't know why, but a few other sites I've seen it on, they have it marked as Miko or Miko. That's the title they give it, M-I-K-O. Not sure what that means, but I've seen it listed under that. So I'll try to track it down. If it's not on FG Normal, or even if it is, I'll try to track it down on a couple other sites I've seen it on, see if it's still over there, and all of that will be linked down below. So let me move this over. A little pile over here. Okay, and then these other two, before we get into the Temu stuff, I believe these came from Paint Some Way. So this is another witchy one that I thought was just kind of cute. This is another one that I looked at and I hesitated on for a long time just because I was a little bit worried about the detail on her face. I wasn't sure if it was going to be big enough. But when it was listed at $4.99, I figured I would take a chance. Basic toolkit on that one. And then, whoop, hold on. You guys are tipping a little bit. Hold on just a sec. Okay. So as you can probably tell by the the drill field here, the color palette is going to be very autumn color. So there's going to be a lot of like those foresty kind of army greens in there, and some those wine purples and reds, and some pumpkin oranges with some neutrals mixed in for the background and shading. So yeah, pretty much what you see here. Some browns and blacks for her skirts and stuff. But yeah, it's just a witch sitting in a big comfy chair reading. Off time from doing whatever people think she does. You know, sometimes you just need to take a minute for yourself and not have to throw curses and whatnot on people. Sometimes you just want a little quiet time, you know? Have a little midnight margarita or whatever. Yeah, there's 21 colors in this one. A lot of background work. It looks like, yeah, all of the background is going to be that 3865 white. So once you get that knocked out, I'm sure she'll come together pretty quickly. And then, let's see. There's actually no 310 in this, surprisingly. It's, the bulk of it is going to be 939 blue and 938 brown. So, yeah, not anything too crazy with the colors. Comes in the sugar packets style bags again. Yeah, there's that one. And then I have a large canvas one. So we'll see how much of this I can get in the frame, and if I need to adjust. I may need to adjust, but we'll see. I may need to show it sideways because it's a 40 by 70, I think. Is it 40 by 75, this one. Okay, this one does come with ABs. I think I paid extra for this one to come with ABs. I thought something dropped behind the camera, maybe not. Okay, with FG normal, did I say? No, this one's Paint Some Way, sorry. With Paint Some Way, on their larger canvases, a lot of them, I don't think all of them, but a lot of their larger canvases, you can actually choose if you want straight standard drills or if you want AB kits mixed in. So I think with me, when I shop over there, it depends on what the theme is overall. If it's something that's just looks like it doesn't necessarily need ABs, then you know, I'll just go for the lower priced one and just do that. I think I have one that I got from them coming up in an upcoming haul where I just did the straight drill, standard drill one, and I didn't get the ABs because I just figured I was on the fence about whether I wanted ABs in it or not, and I figured whatever I added in, it would be such a small amount, I could just do it with my own. But this one is sort of like, there's some flowers in it, but there's a little bit of like almost a galaxy vibe going on. So I thought this one lended itself a little bit more to ABs. So I'll go ahead and turn it this way so you can see it a little bit better. And this is the girl here. That's not helping at all. There we go. So that's the girl there. It's basically just a woman in profile, but she's got all these red and purple swirls, and then she's got these purple flower bursts around her head, and there's a bunch of, I think it's mostly just, what is it? Is it 310? What is it? Yeah. The background is almost, sorry. Yeah, the background is almost all 310 on her. But this is another one where, well, it didn't, I was going to say I could work in some more of those blue or purple ABs, Since I ordered this with ABs, we'll see which ones they throw in here, because I don't think they tell you. It's just an option you can pick that for, I think the non-AB kits are typically around $11.99 for this size. And then if you want to upgrade to AB style, I think it goes up to $15.99. But they don't tell you which ABs you're going to get. They just mark it as, okay, you ordered an AB kit. So we'll see what all they put in here. Some grays. Whoop, hold on, I'm dropping some dark blue 615 there. Hold on, I'm dropping packets behind the camera. All right, got some orange, some more brown, some mid purples, some light pink, some red tones, some darker dusty purples, some mid blue, more orange. There's an AB. I'll hold that one out for a second. Some dark gray, some sort of dusty pinkish, almost clay color. Oh, dang it. These are slippery bags. Hold on. Okay. Some sort of muted yellow. Some more light pink. Some more light to mid purple. So far I've only spotted one AB. Some more sort of dusty purple. Your big old honkin' bag of 310. Some more purple. Oh, I spotted another AB. Hold on. Okay, I'll show those in a minute. Some mid blue. Some more brown. That has a little bit of green undertone in it. What is this? Some 639 brown. Some more dark blue. Oh, there's another AB. Okay, some more gray-green type color. Okay, so far I've pulled 4 ABs out of here. Some purple. Oh, what is this one? More brown family. More grays. How many colors were in this thing? I forget. Oh, 40 colors in this altogether. Some oranges. Some more dark blues. That's sort of that wine color purple. Some neutrals. Some more orange. That sort of purple gray brown interesting neutral. Some more dusty purples. Some brown with a little bit of orange tint. Some more orange. And then for the standard drills, the last one is some 154, which almost looks black on this camera for some reason. But that's that purpley tone. Okay, so the ABs that were in here, damn, they're almost in the same family. Okay, so you got these two, which when I first pulled them out, I thought it was the same one. Is it the same one? No. Okay, this one says it's, whoop. This one says it's $14.98 and this one says it's $113. So they look real close though. Yeah, they have different numbers on them, but seriously, those two look almost identical. So yeah, those are two of them, and then the other two are the purple AB and then that sort of dusty green AB, which is really nice, but there's not a lot of that in it. So it's mostly this that you're getting for the AB. So the ABs, I'm a little bit bummed. Thought there was going to be a little bit more variety in there, but that's okay. I have plenty of ABs on my own that I can make it look however I want. But yeah, that's the Galaxy Bloom girl, I guess we'll call her. Put all this stuff back in. All right. So that's it, I think, for this one for the outside companies. I believe everything else comes from Temu. So let me move this big honking thing over. Okay, I have a couple diamond painting items that I thought I would throw into this because they're not diamond paintings, but they are kind of in theme that I thought you guys would get a kick out of. So first one, I got this little Reaper owl, and you know, when I showed the mouse one the other day, I think I uploaded it yesterday, the mouse at the church podium, and I mentioned that that one was not quite as nice quality as they had pictured. This one is actually really nice. This one looks pretty much as advertised, maybe even nicer, because there's a lot more shadowing to the cloak than I expected. I think when I first saw this online, there's a little bit of a nick in the paint job there, but I'm not too concerned about that. But overall, the paint job was really nice on this. I think when I first looked at him, the cloak just looked straight black, which I was fine with. But when I look at it in person, it's actually got some green and blue mix in there, which is even cooler. And the scythe or scythe, however you like to pronounce it, the blade, again, I thought it was just going to be straight black, but it's actually got some gray shading throughout it, silver gray shading. There's some variation on the actual handle part. So yeah, there's actually a lot of surprising detail on here. And it's got a good weight, so I think it's made out of, I don't know, some sort of plaster or something. Not quite sure. Resin, hard to tell. But this is the type of thing where you could easily spend a good like 15-20 bucks for something like this, at least at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and probably happily do it because he's so damn cute. But yeah, if you see this guy online, I'll try to see if he's still listed below. I think when I got him, he was like $6 or $7. Well worth it for that. He's so nice and cute. So yeah, I thought that would be cute with my sort of, you know, like I said, the dark sort of gothic decorating that I have in certain spots in my house. I thought he would go right along with that. So I got him. And then I got this one last month. It was last month, right? During Mental Health Awareness Month. This came up in my recommendeds, and I thought this was so damn funny that I went ahead and picked it up. When it was originally advertised to me, they advertised the version that's like got the black interior and the black handle, which is what I was looking at originally, but I actually don't, but by the time I looked at it, they were sold out of that one and they just had the white one left, but I actually don't mind the white one. But yeah, it's just your standard coffee mug. But this I thought was pretty funny because, you know, I've mentioned having OCD, and as it turns out, one of my OCD triggers is windows, locks, and light switches. I do a lot of the clicking and repetitive checking. It's probably why it takes me a while to be able to go to sleep at night, because I do the repetitive light switch checking and window lock and door lock checking because of it. And it's not out of nothing. It's tied to a trauma I had as a child that it's just never entirely gotten out of my head. The I guess the anxious behavior, that particular incident is probably what triggered the OCD creating itself in my brain. And I've learned to live with it, where it's not like I'm not obsessive to the point of driving other people crazy necessarily, at least I don't think. I've managed to tone it down a lot, where I don't look like those people that go on shows that are, you know, obsessively counting or whatever. I'm not quite at that level. It's more like stuff I live with in my own brain, where I have to, like with the light switches, I have to do in my brain, the light switches have to make a certain noise Otherwise, I fear my house burning down. So if it doesn't click the right way, that's the fear or the anxiety I have in my head, is that I have to click it a certain number of times, or I have to click it until it makes a certain sound. And this is with like any switch in my house. Otherwise, I fear burning the house down and you know taking lives where I don't need to. And like that's kind of what living with my OCD is like. You know, that's why I make the joke about like when people say, oh, I have OCD, but it's like they'll talk about, you know, they just like obsessively cleaning, which can be tied into OCD. But with OCD, there's usually some sort of trauma, fear kind of wired into your brain, where if you don't do these things, your brain tells you you're going to be responsible for either, you know, your demise or somebody else's. Like that's what drives you to do these things. So when I saw this, I just thought it was really funny. Because, you know, like I've said in videos before, one of the ways I sort of live with what goes on in my head is try to make as much humor out of it as I can. So yeah, when I saw this, I thought that was great. That was perfect. Because it's all like happy and stars and you know, it kind of looks like those puffy stickers from the 80s and 90s, but also it's like anxiety. It would be nice if it could work like that, where it's just a switch you could just turn off and be done with, but so far it hasn't worked out that way for me. But the very least you can do is find the humor in it. So that was one of the things I got. All right, those are the I was about to say off canvas. Oh, those are the non-diamond painting things. Okay, so then getting into the diamond painting canvases I got from Temu in this theme to close this out. I got, let me make some more room. I got this little mini guy, this little mini skull guy, because I thought he was just sweet. Just even dead, he doesn't stop trying to find the one, you know? So this one is 15 colors, and it's your standard like 20 by 20 mini size. This one, I think the detail is going to come out just fine, because I mean, it's just a skeleton holding a rose, so you don't have to get too minute with the shading and stuff on this one. So yeah, I think he's going to come out great. Color palette, you know, it's it's a skeleton, so there's going to be a lot of white and brown and gray, and there's going to be a little pop of red or pink or something, I'm guessing, for the rose. Yeah, not 666 red. It's going to be a mix of the 3705 and 3706 on the bud part of it, and then you'll have a little bit of green to make the stem. So yeah, that's your color palette on that one. And then this is one that I got a while back from Temu that I think they were clearancing out or something, because I think when I got it, it was only like $1 something, like $1.50 or something crazy like that. But it piqued my interest, and I thought that it could be kind of cool. I've seen different varieties of this style with like the plants and stuff, and sometimes the way the plants are laid out in a 30 by 40, I worry that it's going to be a little bit muddled looking. But something about this one with just the succulent shape plants and the books and the one candlestick, I thought it was simple enough that it could come out fine in a 30 by 40. Basic toolkit on this one, few bags. Nothing too exciting on that. This one is, like I said, 30 by 40. It comes with 24 colors. Hold on, I'm gonna pull you back just a little bit. Let me see if, oh. Okay, all right, let's see if that's a little bit better. Let's try and pull you back so we can get a little bit of the thing in frame a little nicer. All right, so as you can see, dark colors, more, is there 310 in this one? I have to check now, because sometimes they're doing a lot of 939 instead of 310 black now, but this one does have a 310 background, and it's in the pre-bags, so no sugar packets here. But there's your green palette for all of the succulent plants, and then there's a little bit of red accents here and there for like where the candlesticks are, and a little bit to break it up and make some shading, a little bit on the tips of the succulent plants, and then some darker blues in the pots, or I'm not sure if those are pots or book spines, but something in there. You have some blue in the shading, and then a whole bunch of 310 for your background. So that's that one. And then I got this one, another basic toolkit. And hold on. Oh, that's great. Okay, super duper. Okay, no, it's okay. This one actually came with a sticker of the image, but the sticker was stuck in the glue field. But it was all right. I was able to get it out without too much damage, it looks like. So it's another one that's a little bit bent up, kind of like when I showed you the devil dogs in that last video. But this is the image, which I'm glad they actually have a sticker in this one, because it's a little bit trickier to see on the actual drill field. But I was a little bit curious on how this would come out on a 30 by 40. This is another one where I thought the detail is, you know, it's a little bit iffy. It might come out a little bit muddled, but I think the image itself is relatively simple enough that it's probably going to be fine on a 30 by 40. But that is your image overall. There's some stuff, like, I think she's supposed to have, it's hard to tell, there's something on her shoulder. It's hard to tell if it's like a bat or a spider or something going on her shoulder. She's got some sort of pet or familiar or something sitting over here. That might get a little bit lost in the shuffle with all the dark drills. Hard to tell. So yeah, you see there's like a little bit of sort of orbs going around behind her. I don't know how well that detail is going to come out. And you might lose a little bit of the detail on her dress, because it looks like there's some detail specifics on her actual dress and stuff. This is not, there we go. Okay. Yeah, as far as the spacing in her necklace and things like that, some of that might get a little bit lost, but I'm not too concerned with that. I think it's going to be close enough that you can tell her face and the skull, which is mainly what I was going for. Hold on, guys. I think I might have to move some stuff on my phone. I think I'll have to see if I have some room left. So hold on just a second and we'll come back. Okay, should be good to go now. I moved some stuff off my phone so we have a little bit more space to finish off this haul. Only have a few more canvases left. So I think I was talking about that it looks like there's some horn detail on her hood up here on her cloak. But as long as her face and the skull come out, I think I'll be happy with that. So yeah, that's the image of that one. And this one came with 22 colors. Everything pre-bagged, mostly black, gray, and dark purples in the color palette, with a little bit of a mix of greens and blue greens to make the glowing of the skull. I wanted to add some kind of AB here. I just haven't figured out what. I don't know. I'll have to look in my ABs and see if maybe I have one that sort of matches this light blue color. Maybe mix that in. So yeah, there's that one. And then I think at the same time I got her, I found this one. Another simple palette, grays, blacks, some like probably light purples in here. Yeah, some neutral purples, neutral grays, a little bit of brown probably for shading, and then there's just a tiny, let me see if I can show it, down in there, there's just a tiny bit of pops of pink to make like her eyeshadow and her lips, and then I think she's got an earring over here, but for the most part, just the gray and black. But this is another one that I thought I would look at the image and see probably mix in some ABs to like her choker here or her dress or like the sleeves, little areas like that, just to give it a little bit extra definition. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on with this one. I just thought it was cool looking. There's 24 colors in this one, 30 by 40 size. So yeah, there's that one. And then the last two I have are some sort of cutesy witches, I guess. Let's see. I'm not sure which one of these I bought first, but they do kind of go together. So this one, that is the ittiest bittiest piece of wax I've seen in a while. So yeah, if you get this one, maybe stock up on a little bit of extra wax while you're on the Temu site if you don't have too much left over at home, because that is itty bitty. But yeah, standard kit in that one, so I'm guessing standard kit in this one. So I'll put that one over there. Well, first I'll put them next to each other so you can see they kind of go together. See? Okay, but I'll do this one first. And another itty bitty piece of wax. So I guess if you put them together, you'll start to get almost a full square of wax to work on these. Okay, so this one is, let's see, this one has 20 colors. The other one has 24, but this one has 20 colors. Some good face definition on this for a 30 by 40. But yeah, pretty mellow color palette. You have some darker browns and purples to make her hair. Is there any 310 in this one? There is a little bit of 310 in the hat and probably a little bit of shading in her hair. But it looks like most of the background is actually going to be blues and grays. So there's that one. And then, you know, naturally down in there, there's some yellows to make the lights in the background, which is probably another place I'll put just a few ABs just to give it a little bit extra sparkle, you know. And I was thinking I'd probably mix some white ABs or something up here where the star is on her hat. But other than that, I'll probably pretty much leave her alone as is. So yeah, there's that one. And then I got her witch sister, I guess. This one has 24 colors, but again, nice face definition for a 30 by 40 size. There's a little bit more opportunity for pops of color in this one. A little bit more bright white. Still in that sort of darker color palette, but she's got a little bit more, like, I think there's some darker blues or purples or something in the fold of her cloak here, and then I think she's got some green up in her hat. So yeah, a little bit extra color there. But yeah, overall, I thought these would just be really cute together for the, you know, autumn season, Halloween season coming up. So there are those two, and whoops, I was about to mix those up. And that's it. That's what I got for this one. Close out with you looking at something other than my bedspread. Yeah, that's what I have for this one, guys. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and we will talk soon. Bye, guys.